Welcome. Today we are going to be talking logging. Um, a lot of information I'm going to be talking about. Equipment. Hopefully got everything set up the way I wanted to make this, as quick as possible. I'll also apologize now for the cough drop I have in. Alright, basic equipment. Made a chainsaw. Tractor with the front loader. And, something to transport it. Such a thing. You saw it. Now, when you cut, you want to cut level. The tree will always fall to the left. If you cut it at an angle, the tree does funny things. I've actually had them literally sink into the ground and disappear. To get the longest log possible, you want to crouch. That way you're getting as much of the tree as you can. Alright, you'll see it fall to the left. So that'll kind of help you line up where you want the tree to fall. Turn your saw back this way. Activate it. And kind of walk along the tree, trim off all the branches. Occasionally get a little bit at once. Then, depending on the trailer and stuff, you cut it to length. Equipment. There's a lot. Let's see. We'll start off with the Scorpion King. Well, Scorpion, but anyway. Trailers. You can get the basic small trailer. Now, you can see it's kind of small. Won't hold a lot. And you got to keep the logs kind of short. Now with the Scorpion you can cut different lengths. See, these ones here are 4 meters. They'll fit perfectly on there because I got the buffalo part behind it almost lined up perfectly. So this trailer can hold the 4 to 5 meter. The 5 meter will just stick out just a little. The buffalo can hold the 4 to 6 because they'll stick out a little, but not too bad. We'll get back to those in a moment. Tractor front loader. And we got some of the skid steer equipment to show you. Scorpion, and you can have it with the track or with just the tires. I went with the track. Figure more traction going up and over rocks and stuff like that. Turn it on. You can adjust the cut length. Of course, bigger trailer, you can have it no longer. Now, I tried the smaller version. Yeah, that one. It's only for smaller trees, and the arm doesn't have. You don't have as much movement with the arm. It's very limited with the arm. So, not really too useful. I guess if you're just doing like small trees for wood chipping, it could come in handy then. Alright, you got multiple views. You got the cab view, the cutter view. Grab out when you go to the menu, you'll see that cut. Now what I do is I'll lower the arm down as low as I can and still have the cut symbol. That way I'm getting as much of the tree as possible. Cut, I'll usually back up to make it fall. Then now you can maneuver the tree pretty much anywhere you want. It helps if you can get them in a pile. Up, to the side. See, it will strip the trees for you. For the most part, put them in the same spot. Now, one of the things to remember is if you exit the vehicle while you're holding a log, it will drop the log, and you will not be able to pick it back up. Exit, see, it drops the tree and you cannot pick it back up. That's something to remember. Right, that's that one. One of the new tools is the saw for the, that you can attach to the tractor. Now with this, you can, of course, raise it and all that stuff. But it also raises that little arm. Now what you can do with that is push the tree over. Once you cut it, that way you can kind of determine where you want the tree to fall. Push it with that and see it push the tree over. Kind of simple. I mean, if you're doing multiplayer, one person can go around just cutting trees. Park that out of the way. We have the new skid steer attachments. Relatively simple. This one's just a saw. Raise, lower it, and just basically run into the tree. There we go. Anyway, kind of a hard way to get it to go where you want, but in the way. No. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. I'll get to that in a moment. Oh, actually, let's see here. Not expecting it to be quite that big of a tree. Should have looked. Easily. Okay, next we have this one. This is an interesting thing because you can, with the smaller trees, you can actually slightly move them to where you want them. What I think it is. Yeah, one of the small ones. Right. It's got you tip it, raise it, lower it. Got those arms. Also got that one. You see, it's kind of hard in this view to actually see where you're at. We'll turn it on. You can kind of lift it up. Whoops. But if you don't have it angled, you can lift it up. I have done it once. Kind of move it around. And then just, tip it. The bigger trees, you got to be careful. The bigger trees will tip the skid steer rope. If you accidentally go back a little too far, it will flip you back. Once again, great thing for cutting trees a little bit quicker in multiplayer. Right, got the stump grinder. I mean, if you're cutting a lot of trees, stumps can get in your way, easy to get stuck on. The one for the skid steer is basically the same thing. You just drive up the stump. Slight flip. Most you gotta do is push down a little with the bigger stump, and it totally removes it. It makes getting around easier without the stumps. You don't have to worry about getting stuck on them. This trailer, you hop into the seat, multiple views. Race arm, you can extend it out, twist it. Move the trailer a little if you need to. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Oops, wrong button. Put your arms down, make you stable. Oops, grabbed them in the wrong spot. Well, fully admit with these cranes, using them does take a little bit of practice. But it slipped right out. Obviously not going the way I wanted it to. Said for more challenge, you can, have it in one of the other views. Oh yeah, simple. You can move it around with the tractor. The option to... Okay, you can't fasten... You gotta fasten the tension belts yourself. Just boom. Boom. The Buffalo. It's an interesting piece. A little bit bigger. Actually get into it. Now it doesn't go very fast, but again, multiple views. Okay, on here, yeah, you can fashion your, if you want, you can fashion your tension belts right from inside the cab. What I like about this, you can change the driving direction. Let's see if we have any better luck with this. So the trains take practice. I'm still not the best at them. Of course, you always want to try and keep the logs far in there as possible. I think once you're loaded up, fasten your tension belts, change your driving direction, and off you go. Now, like I said, it doesn't move that fast, but one of the options, I'll show you here, driving direction back this way. One of your options is you have a transporting trailer. You know, it's going to go that fast, you get a long distance to go, it's going to take you a while. Put it on your trailer. Attach it. Now see, with this trailer, what's nice is you can just the length of your trailer. Shorten it, make it longer. And yeah, you set up and you drive off, and that's simple. And I got hung up because the trailer was too long. Alright, some drawbacks to this trailer. There we go. Like I said, that's one option for you. Okay, I mean, my personal preference is the IT Runner with the log trailer. It's got the nice wide slots, so if you're using a wheel loader, it makes it a lot simpler to load and unload. Now granted, the sell point, which I will show you in a bit, you don't even need to unload it, you just need to drop the trailer off like this at the sell point and it sells the logs. But it's nice, I mean, with the IT Runner, you can just drop the trailer off, go do other things, do your logging when it's full, come back, load it up, and off you go. Front loader, one of the, more simpler things. You only use one log at a time. With the trailer dropped off, it keeps it nice and low. I believe even the skid steer can get over those poles. And you can even use the skid steer to load it. Just a little. Oh, there we go, put the selected fancy fashion tension belts. That's the IT Runner, load trailer. And you're set to go. I can use the front loader pretty decently. Still gotta work on the corners. And you see with this trailer, it's up higher. So you gotta raise it up lower. Now with the tractors, I normally go with the weighted wheels. It, basically saves you from having the total weight around on the back. That way you don't gotta worry about the weight getting in the way with pulling the trailer, dropping it off to pull the trailer, having it on the front getting in the way of your arms. Personal preference. Now of course with this trailer, you can have a lot longer logs. Like you can see. Easier to get stuck if that trailer's higher. Next, well, it's front loader. Nice thing about the front loader, got this nice big log fork. pick up multiple logs at once. Let's see, where is it here? The telehandlers have a log fork. It's not as glitchy as in Farm Simulator 15, where that like top hook would like wobble all over the place. I did give it a try. I still don't care for it. You know, and kind of have like one log in there. You get two in there, the logs become unstable. So still not the best. I mean, like I said, you can use it for one log if you know, want to do that. Oops, gotta move my tractor. Thing with the front loader now, I mean, if they're in a group and you pick up multiple logs, it helps if you have something behind them. Like with this group of logs, now if it would have been up against a rock, you know, it would have been pretty much perfect. And what you can do is kind of park something, stop the logs, there we go. See if I'm in the right spot for that or not. You know, and I'm sure there's other methods to do this stuff. Just trying to give some of the basics and help you out if you don't have any clue on the login. Try and show you some, you know, some of the equipment. That way you can decide what you might want to, you know, use. I mean, the nice thing about this is you can lease the equipment, so if you're not sure if you want to buy it, you can lease it, give it a try. A whole bunch in there. Decent amount. And there you go. Makes loading much quicker. They are a little wobbly at times, so you gotta kind of go a little bit slow, depending how many you have in there. Like for this, like I said, I prefer the IT run because the slots are so wide. The log fork on this is wide. As you see here, on this trailer, there's only like 2 wide spots. The rest are narrow. So it can make it a bit difficult. There you go, see? Loaded all those logs, one shot. Oh, I know, I'm just gonna show you. Different lengths on the there's a big one. Quickly show you the different lengths on the Scorpion. Size difference. One, really small. 2. I mean, this would be great for if you're doing wood chipping. 3. 4. See, the 4, you get to 4, you actually start getting some length to them. Yeah, you see the different sizes. And the smaller ones you can pick up. I mean, even some of the longer ones you can if they're skinny enough. Yeah, see that one showing me it's too heavy, but I'm gonna put in the longer ones here that's nice and skinny, and it'll let you pick it up. You can actually put them right into the wind chipper by carrying them. And same with this, you can, fashion the tension belts right from inside the truck. You don't gotta worry about them falling out. One of the things that you can do, you see they're not all the way up. You can take the tractor and just kind of give them a little nudge. I mean, it's not too big of a deal on that trailer, but like on the IT runner, I mean, if you get some longer ones, they're not all the way up. Like that one, I could have just taken the tractor, given it a little nudge, pushed it up. You know, gives you more room. They don't hang off as much. Okay, I believe I covered all the equipment up here. Now let's go to the train. Flip through all my equipment. I've got stuff over. Alright, whoops, not the one I wanted. There we go. Now, depending where you're at, I mean, and how much money you have, you don't get a lot of money for a trailer. What I did is, originally I logged right in here, right at the station, train station. Now, train cars, to cut them to length, I mean, if you don't have the Scorpion, like with that small trailer, you cut just literally like you back up on the end of your log there, come up, cut at the front of the tractor. There's pretty much the perfect size, log for the small trailer. Of course, with the Buffalo, you can go a little longer. The IT runner, normally what I do is I'll measure from the back of the tractor, I'll have my forks out to about like there, and I'll cut at the front of the forks. That pretty much gives me a perfect cut for like the IT runner. Now for the train, the train's a bit, bit longer. What I discovered works is do the full length to the forks, drive up to that point, and then it's from the back of the tractor up to about the middle of the wheel. I'll show you here. Got those other cuts made. Back of the tractor up to cut. I mean, it's not the most accurate, but there. And if you're having a hard time seeing the blue marks, you can always crouch down. There. When you're cutting, like if the log if it stays close together, give it a little nudge with your tractor to give it a little roll. You can see where your cut is. Because then you see, for this operation right here, all you basically need, tractor, front loader, log fork. And you start making money selling logs with the train. You can see that. Pretty good lane, just for a rough cut like that. I'm sure there's other ways to measure. I mean, you could probably just, you know, cut one to length, leave it off to the side, and, you know, drag your other trees over to and cut it off that. Nice thing at the slots on the train here. You can see they're nice and wide. You can use a front loader in there nicely. And one of the things I did is, well, I'm not going to show off the wood chippers in this episode, but you can, when I was logging here, I brought a wood chipper and trailer down, and then all these shorter pieces I just turned into wood chips. That way I wasn't wasting anything. I didn't have to, granted now is easier because with these smaller ones, you can just pick them up now, so, I mean, it's easier to load them onto a trailer. Now another thing to train, because I mean that loading the train could come in handy. Like let's say you're logging over by up in the right corner there, and bring the train down around over by. You don't get the money for the trailer, or you just got the small one. Don't want to make tons of trips to the sawmill. If you're doing multiplayer, have one person bring them down to the one person cutting, one person bring them down to the train, another person drive the train. Okay, we'll back this up. So yeah, train has the fasteners too. I mean, not too big of a deal, because train's not going to tip over or anything, but your logs can move around. Another little trick. Too fast, the train does not stop very quickly. Now you can see, I had to cut that. It was a little too long. You can drive a truck in between the trains and load it that way. Unfasten the tension belts. That way I can actually pick the logs up. And so yeah, this is, you know, another little trick. Like I said, I had to cut that one. It was a little too long. Make it a bit easier if the trailer's lined up. Over. Go to the crane. And the crane can be a little tricky. You got multiple views for more of a challenge. Do it from like up here. You can transfer stuff train to train, or like this. You know, from a trailer to the train. Don't remember what controls what. I don't use it very often. Lift them up. Decent amount. Oops, gotta go higher. Oh, and they're dropping. Oh, let's see if we can still get them in here. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Well, for the most part. Better. That one's not in place. Let's see. Yeah, so you can move them around. Let's see if we can move back a little. Alright. Come over. Fasten your tension belts. Not to the train station. Yes, I know backing up would have been quicker, but I like using the train. Come on. Who doesn't like blowing the horn on the train? And there's another area you can log, throw them right on the train, and train moves at a decent pace. You don't have to worry about corners. So I mean, you know, it does have its benefits. Once again, it's all personal preference, but there is times where it's quicker to drive right to the sawmill. Maybe. It'd be cool if they had the screeching tires to the train stop. I hope they add that in the future. Unloading. Unfasten the tension belts, otherwise you will have issues. Now, unloading the train, a lot simpler than loading it. Hop over. I mean, you can also drive up to the sell point too if you'd like. Unloading the train is a lot simpler because you just have to drop them into the sell point. Not much finesse required. grab many at a time. Bring them over. Make sure they're above the sell point. And let them go. Boom. That's simple. Now, the other sell points. That's where you can sell wood chips. I already brought stuff down here to save the, boring drive down here. Sides up there, you have this sell point. You can see. You can sell logs here. Another sell point is the pond. I'll show you here now with. On neither one of these options, you can leave them, the straps on. Backwards. Right into the water. Those smaller pieces. The more you get it back in, and you just drive right out. Use the option to unfasten them. Now see this, I'll show you. This is why I like the IT runner. It's for one of the reasons anyway. It has many options. You simply drop off containers. Like that, it sells them. Load up your container again, and you're off to grab more rocks. That's quickly. Oh, I know there was one thing I was forgetting. Forestry equipment. I did not know about this right away. Is with this even though it's in the logging equipment. You go to purchase it, it has a bale configuration. You can use it for bales. The way it sets up, I'm guessing round bales. So yeah, there's an option. I don't know why they have it in logging, and they should have that option in with the baling equipment. But just throwing that out there. I accidentally selected that by mistake and had to modify it and customize it. Is there anything I'm missing for logging? I'm not going to go over the wood chippers right now. That's about it. Well, I hope that was informative for you. Missing. I think I covered everything. Alright, hope this helped you for, logging, showing you the different things. Reviewed some of the equipment. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch in the fields.